Afternoon all. Just wanted to share a thought with everybody. It's just something that's kind of I've been thinking about. Yeah, not I've not been losing sleep over it, but something I've been thinking about. Just a little thing that's come up on our WhatsApp chat. We've got a few mates, sort of Hammers chat regulars, and we have a sort of a chinwag throughout the day about stuff. Um, a few of the lads on there have kind of mentioned this, and it's something that I've been thinking about as well, and it's particularly relevant right now with the planned protests on Saturday, and it's regarding David Sullivan. Obviously, I think we all generally agree that he is obviously the man, the dictator, Napoleon, call him what you want. He is basically what he wants goes within the echelons of the club or the company, as I prefer to call it. I see us as the club, they're the company. Um, and it's about his character. Now, I know this subject's been kind of almost done to death. We've all talked about Sullivan, what we don't like about him. I can't think of anything we've discussed that we do like about him. And this is about his general vindictiveness, or potential vindictiveness. We're all from what I understand, the Hammers United protest is about forcing open dialogue with the club, kind of plan A, and to get them to discourse and chat with representatives of Hammers United. But the kind of plan B, the emergency plan is like if they won't open dialogue, then it's essentially it's an agenda of wanting them out. Now, I know a lot of people want them out right now, but obviously Hammers United are going down the sensible route, which I agree with. So, but the point being is that at the point in time, and if there does come a point in time where he comes to sell the club, is it safe to assume that he hates us as much as we hate him? And based on that kind of mutual hatred, is he vindictive enough to make a decision upon when he sells the club to, for example, if he has two offers on the table of equal monetary value, one of them is to the long-term benefit of the club, the other is potentially to the long-term detriment of the club. Is he vindictive enough to stitch us up out of hatred and vindictiveness? Does he have it in his power? Are we sufficiently protected in that stadium? We don't know all the legal clauses within the rental agreement of that stadium. We don't know how we're protected if the current owners of the stadium sell up or they go into administration. We don't know. All right. So is he vindictive enough to sell us to a property developer or a one of these kind of private equity firms who may be attracted by the land and the whole redevelopment of Stratford and not the football club? So there's all that kind of stuff. I mean, let's remember that Sullivan has made most of his money in property, right? So does he have that level of vindictiveness to basically fuck us? There's a lot of very, very high running feelings at the moment. Are those feelings mutual? I think we can probably safely assume that they are. It's a worry. I do believe that he has that level of hatred within him. I think the only safety net that I can consider is his son Jack. I know Gio's kind of been on some of the cups of tea and stuff he's done with Gonzo has been quite opinionated about the fact that out of that, within the confines of that family, Jack seems to be a good egg, right? So maybe that's our safety net. But it's an interesting thought. I don't know what people's opinions are on it, but it's something that I do think about. Yeah, so thoughts. Afternoon.